Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Nirvana, and today I'm going to be showing you my drawing process. Today I'm actually going to try attempt to draw myself a self-portrait, but in my art style, and I will be telling you a bit about myself while I do this, and I hope it's useful for you. um, Thank you so much. Uh, we'll start soon. First, I do want to change the angle that we are in so you can see better what I'm going to be doing. By the way, also, I do recommend you to have your own references before starting. That's what I do. Oh, uh, I do think that it's good that you have your own references. Like, if you don't want to, you don't really need to. It's not mandatory, but it's still recommendable to have some in case you forget how to draw certain angles and all of that. So if if I sound a bit weird, it's because I'm sick. I'm quite sick, but either way, I was looking forward to do this video, and as you can see, it is my first one actually. I'm excited. I'm not good at editing yet. I have never done this before, so I will try my best. And so I'm just going to flip the camera. There we go. Hi. Uh, it's a bit hard to see, but I hope that you can still understand what I'm doing. So first, I had been doing some tryouts in the Sailor Moon art style. Guess what? I could not do it. So we're just going to try and do it our own way. Now, first I will be taking a pencil, my eraser, and also my how is it called? My pencil sharpener, and over here I have my phone where I will be seeing the references. I'm going to try and put a bit more lighting on it so you can see better. Wait, give me a minute. There we go. Now it's quite hard to see, I'm aware. So first I have three references. I have this one on my, hold up, it looks quite whitey. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it's this one, that one, and this one, so I can see my face up close without needing a mirror. Now I also have I have an idea in mind of what I'm going to do. First, what I do for the sketch is draw a circle. Here's a circle, you can see it, right? Yeah, you can. Then you do a little line on the center of the circle, so this can help you to know, to be symmetrical. Like, you don't need to be, but I think it's nice. And since I I'm quite chubby, so I will try to do more soft edges for the face, making it more oval or maybe circle like shape. And here I'm going to put the ear. I know it looks weird, but trust the process, okay? So to know where I'm going to do the eyes, I will be drawing a little line here where the ear starts, and then I go down. Usually you could do the line first, but I guess I just like it that way. It's quite nice. Now I'm going to do the neck. That for the neck you connect it with this part of your face. I see people that actually just do two straight lines. They're not really connected, so it's like, what's going on there, right? So I've learned that this one is connected over here, and I'm kind of planning on perhaps, I don't want to do the whole body, I just want to do my face to get my facial features right, and I might do the shoulders just so it's not like a complete floating hair, not hair, head, sorry. Yeah, and yeah, I think you can tell English is not my first language, because it's not. Yeah, i'm I'm Mexican. I'm in Mexico right now, since I don't really have lots of time alone. I don't get to practice my English often, so I guess this will do for now. uh for the shoulders, I kind of, as you can see here, it's like I do a soft kind of line, straight line to be the where the shoulders will be. I do my shoulders over, example, my face is over here, so usually that's where the shoulders start. And just so I can difference better, I do tend to kind of do a more circle shape here, and there go down. I really like to do that, I guess. Also for the chest part, since I do have, I wouldn't say big, maybe like a medium sized chest, what I do is first try to do a little line over here so I can know where I'm going to start to draw my bust. Afterwards, I try to do more tear shaped like than a circle, because that's not how the body really works. Like, it's more like a tear shape. The more bigger it is, the more tear shaped and big will be. Like, you know, um, I'm not saying that you can not have a circle shaped boob. I guess that's just how I do it. Now I'm just going to try and make it more tear shaped. Let me just erase over here. I don't know why I grabbed an eraser if I'm not going to use it. So, yes, I was going to tell you a bit more about myself. So, as you can probably tell from my voice and everything, I'm actually a minor still. I'm 14 years old, and right now I'm kind of trying my best. And by the way, this one is so you can know where, like, it's the following of the chest over here, but just so you don't have to do completely all the tear shape once again. I do recommend you to just do the end part, and here you have another line. It's like a Y. Y. You know how Y's are? Yeah. You can also use these ones for when you do the fingers, and they're in this shape. I guess you can see it, that it's a Y-shaped finger. That's how they are. So I do recommend you to do that, so you can know how to draw your finger. Mine is a bit more chunky, but you get it, right? Now, as I was saying, so yeah, I did mention before I live in Mexico, and I'm 14. I'm quite nervous actually, since it's my, oh yeah, sorry, the noise from the neighborhood, but whatever. um i'm I'm quite nervous since it's my first year of high school. I'm on the first grade, so it's quite, I guess it's new. I mean, I'm glad that I'm making more friends. I have a best friend named Mari. She is very pretty. I like her. She likes anime, and I guess you can tell I do too. I don't really like it that much recently. I, I'm more into novels. I love visual novels. They're so nice. I can't help it, okay? And as you can see, I already started to do my hair. Since I have curly hair, I'm trying to do more wavy than straight lines over here. So you can tell I'm trying to do big chunks to simplify it, because I feel like it's not looking too pretty if I just do line by line by line, like every single strand of hair individually. That's why when we draw, we do use more simplified forms. That's what we base our drawings on. I mean, if you want to do this, you can do it. I'm not going to stop you. It's like you can do whatever you want, it's your own free will. Now, what I'm going to do is do the other half of the hair. I think this one is more straighter than the other, so I will do a bit more wavy. Going to erase this part. There we go. Now I'm going to do my other chunk of hair, and that's the first part. Okay, we will do the face and my facial features in short. I'm just going to draw my shirt so I can keep telling you more about me. Yeah, so I'm I'm not sure if you can hear the snoring on the other room. That's my mom. She's quite tired, so I am trying not to be so noisy. And oh yeah, the shirt. So if you are wondering where am I studying at, I'm on the UDG, here on Guadalajara. You can tell my tone changes a lot when I'm speaking English than when I'm speaking in Spanish, and that's really because I'm a bit shyer when it comes to me speaking in English. So that's why. Anywho, it's really nice. I like it. I've always been quiet, so I guess it's nice that I have friends and everything. It's very nice actually. I like it. So right now I'm just going to erase this so I can draw over this again so it looks more like a cleaner sketch. Yeah, so as I was saying, yeah, it's nice. Actually, this is for my English project. That also English is my favorite subject. I really like it. I also like art and drawing, as you can probably tell by now. Yeah, like I'm doing a drawing tutorial. Of course, I like drawing, but I guess it's more like a hobby more than anything. And I do want to do more sharp edges for the shirt, so it has more of a contrast with my face shape, more more round like, because I'm chubby. Why am I chubby? Because I don't do exercise. Sure, I do like sports. I like volleyball. I feel like it's really cool, but I don't practice them myself. It's more of a I like watching people play. That's about it. And there we go, a shirt. So also, I'm going to draw a little triangle over here, since this is going to be the part where the shade is going to come, since I'm planning to have my light source up upwards. So the shade is going to be here in the neck, since there is some contrast between your face and what it would be your neck. I think that's quite obvious. I'm going to draw barely a face. Yeah, as you can see, if the light source is over here, your neck, since it's going to be in shadows, since your face is covering it. That's why. And I'm not sure if I want to do a lot of shade. I feel like this is more of a simple drawing where I'm showing you more of the basics I do, since I'm still trying to find my art style. It's quite hard, so I guess we are going to be learning together. Yay! Here we go. There we go. I think that's... oh wait, that's wrong. There we go. So as you can see, it might not look too much like me yet. It's flipped. I did flipped. I forgot. No matter. Look, my hair is wavy, and I'm going to try to recreate my shirt that I have with stripes. And I'm not sure if you can see it, but this isn't purple, it's blue. It's a navy blue, because I like blue. Blue is my favorite color, actually. It's nice. It's the color of water. It's the color of the sky, usually. And I find blue very relaxing. So, wait, what was I telling you before? I tend to forget things. Oh yeah, so yeah, I do feel like it's nice to be on high school. I'm just not completely used to it yet, but that's okay. So I'm going to probably just draw one eye, or maybe the other one. That doesn't look right, does it? I'm going to try and use my eraser to see if they're the same, if they are way too much apart from each other, or which I do think it's the case. So first, oh yeah, this one has to be a more over here. Yay! I feel like I might move my line over here just so it's more symmetrical. So for the eyes, as you can see, I'm doing this shape. I'm planning on fixing it later on, since I'm not sure if I'm going to leave this art style or if I'm going to change it and do it more complicated like, but I feel like I will just leave it be. I will do the ear. I'm going to remark the one that I had before, and then I will follow my face shape. There we go. It looks weird, but follow me on this, okay? Here I'm going to do this shape. It's like a G, but upside down, you know? It's like an upside down G, or it's also a sets. Actually, that's way better. A sets. It's more of a simplified version of what the ear looks in the inside. And for the eyes, I'm going to remark the end a bit more, since I guess I have a more anime-like style. You see how I did this part larger and then I just filled it up a bit more? Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I would usually repeat it on the other side, but since my hair over here, it's covering it, I'm not going to draw that part actually, just so it's clear. It's like if this part does not exist, okay? I do want to fit this part over here. It feels like I have way too much forehead. So, yeah, look at it. We're way better than before, I hope. Yeah, that's nice. So, I want to do a blue background, but for that I would probably just do the outlines blue, just so it has more contrast with my white canvas over here. So I do want to put a little crown on my head. I do not have a crown. Obviously, I'm not a princess, but I really like it. You know, we're actually, yeah, my birthday is coming soon, and as I said before, I'm actually 14 years old, and my birthday is this November. I'm going to put my birthday over here. Look, November 23. My birthday is on November 23. So when I do turn 15, it's very common in Mexico for us to have quinceañera parties that I guess it's very similar to Sweet 16, and we need to have a dress. I will do a more princess-like dress. It does not look like one, but it's a dress, okay? Look, here it's going to be the neck over here. Neck, the arms. Yeah, We have like a big princess dress, we do have a crown, and we do have like a very difficult hairstyle when it comes about our appearance. And since my 15th birthday is coming soon, actually, I I guess I'm quite nervous. I have not planned anything yet. I oh yeah, I'm going to do more like an oval shape for the eye. It's like an oval. Oval. Why an oval, you might be wondering. That's because I guess it's more like the art style more than anything. And I know I don't have eyebrows right now. Bear with me. Bear with me. I'm going to do that in a bit. I feel like I always just color the upper part black, and then I leave a little gap, usually on the middle of the eye, and that's where the color of my eyes are going to be at. I want to do some lower lashes, and by that I just mean two. And sorry, yeah, so I do have my dress already for my quinceañera party, and I want to use it as my Halloween costume because, as you can see, this video is on October. It's still some days before Halloween, but I'm still quite excited. You know, I really like Halloween. It's my favorite holiday, but we don't really celebrate it too much over here. So it's quite weird. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Look, I guess you can see how my one of my eyes is more over here and one is more like that, you know? They're not symmetrical. Why is that? Because guess what? My eyes in my picture. What am I saying? No, my picture. They're not really symmetrical now, aren't they? This one is more squinted and this one is more opened. So I'm trying to recreate that. If I cannot do the hair, I'm at least going to recreate my eyes, okay? Now, what I'm going to do next is do the eyebrows, and since I have thick eyebrows, I feel like I'm going to, yeah, do my eyebrows thick. Yeah, I guess there's not much science with the eyebrows other than they're slightly higher than your eye would be. If they are too high, let's do an eye. This is going to be an eye, okay? If they're too high, they might get confused with your hairline. That's why I do it over here. So I will continue with the shirt so I can tell you more about myself. So right now, I do want to have a quinceañera party more winter-like theme, since November it's when, like, very close to what it would be December, aka Christmas. And my reasoning is that I really like winter. Oh wait, I'm going to fix the stripes. Wait a minute, wait for me. Yeah, so I really like winter. Winter is my favorite season. and I feel like I do want to have like those winter like capes with my dress. You know, they're like very beautiful and they have some fur and it's very Christmas like, I feel. And I just really like them, but they are quite expensive. So I'm not sure if we will be able to get one of those. I'm not sure if you're getting it, like the vision. It's like a little cape. And it's very cute, I feel. And I want to have one with my quinceañera dress. It's like my dream. Wait. Here we go. So also, just saying, if you are wondering, so which one do you like more? Do you like if you like winter more, what is your favorite month? Like, you say you like Halloween. This is like a pumpkin, okay? But you also say you like winter, that is more close to Christmas. So which one do you like of those months? October or more like December? So for that, I do like winter, yes, but I still like Halloween more. That's why my favorite month is actually October for Halloween, and since I feel like it's pretty nice. I just have some trauma with December and November, and the trauma is that I always get sick on my birthdays, on Christmas. I always catch a cold, so it's way better for me, and I really like October more because the chances of me getting sick are more unlikely. And you know what? No, I'm going to erase my crown. I regret making myself a crown. Yeah, that's better. Oh, there we go. So for my, I think you can tell this is my hair. Just in case, I'm going to do a more long over here. That's better. So for the nose, I want to do a more round shape nose, since on anime you usually have a more sharp nose, or maybe you don't have a nose at all, it's just like a little line, a very very almost invisible line as a nose. But I'm not like that. I have a big nose, a round a round shaped nose. So I'm going to try and recreate that. So for the nose, I will take this part of the sketch as a guide, that is from the circle we did at the start, and we are going to do a little round line over here, and to make it look more like a nose, I'm going to slightly more higher. I'm going to do a more straight line, not straight, more like that. Don't overdo it, or your nose is going to look like, which it's not bad, but I feel like this one is more subtle. Subtle? Aristotle. That's how you pronounce it, right? I hope so. So for my lips, you know those drawings where the lips is just like the the upper part and you completely ignore the lower part of your lips. I These are the lips, okay? They're not a mountain. Yeah, I want to try and recreate that since I feel like it would go better for my drawing over here. Now I can tell the drawing is quite boring compared to my other ones, but I'm quite nervous. I repeated that like a lot, but it's true. So I'm going to do a little shape over here, like if I was having a frowning face, you know, like if I was sad, but I'm not sad. That's why I'm going to do the cupid lips over here. These are going to be the cupid lips, and then I'm going to do 1, 2, and for this I'm going to do more like a circle, but it's not. Oh, that does not look right. Hold up. Does that look like my lips? Uh, uh, well, let's say they do. I'm. That does not look like me. Whatever. So I will put some of my beauty marks. I have, for example, I have one below my eye over here. I also have like 3 of them around my lips, but to make it more simplified, I plan on only do the one over here, since it's more you can see it a lot more. Look, hold up. Can you see that? That's one of my moles. Yeah. And this is the sketch. Now for the line art, I use a pen, a black one. Sorry, a black one, and you do have to wait for the ink to dry afterwards. So that's yeah, sorry, I got quiet. I just got focused over here. There we go. I am planning on adding details, and by details I mean do more strands of the hair, so you can have a more so it has more depth to it. It's like it looks decent enough. You obviously don't need to completely follow your line art. If there's something you want to change, you can change it. For example, I'm giving up on doing sharp edges for my shirt, so I'm going to do more round shape. You can see the difference there, right? I hope you do. And so going to do this for the other side as well. There we go. I'm going to for the line art, as I was saying, let's pretend this is our line art, right? Since I like blue, I'm going to grab a color pencil, blue, and I'm going to trace the line art only the edges so it can look more cool and it has more of a contrast to it. You can see that? I think you can't, but it's there, okay? Now the reason why is because look, it's a white canvas. Like, I might ended up erasing everything else on the notebook, so just so it doesn't look so boring, I recommend you to do a background, even if it's simple, or at the very least do the tip that I just did, that is color your outside of your line art. So I do want to talk to you more about other things about me, but I feel like that would be it. So I might just ramble a bit while we do the line art, since I have no idea how to put a video into its speed. Yeah. So, you know what I do want to draw next to me? A little cat. I usually draw cats such as this. It looks like a mountain. It's two triangles and a straight line, and here I'm going to do two lines on the both sides, and then I do these lines over here and this one over here. Those two are the eyes, this one is the nose. These ones are supposed to be the ears, and I'm going to put a little tail over here. That's its tail, okay? It's like if it's on a table, you know? I think it looks very similar to that cat video, the one that is on a table and it's like bamming the table, you know, like, yeah, I like it, it's cute. Cats are my favorite animal. If I could own a cat, I would, but I cannot. My mom is allergic to them, and since I do live with my mom, it's better for her safety. Now I will keep doing the line art. While I do that, I'm going to tell you more about my hobbies. Since I already told you I love drawing, I like doing art. I also have done a painting recently, but that was when I was still on elementary. So not too long ago, that's for sure. Oh, by the way, these ones are the collarbones. So the collarbones, you have your shoulders, and they go like this. Here is where your neck starts, and this will be the continuation of what it would be the neck. Now it looks quite wonky, but let me explain it to you. I have some reference pictures, but it's for the muscle anatomy. I'm trying to train how to do muscles because I don't know how to draw guys. So that's why okay, so over here I have my anime reference, and as you can see, we have the collarbones over here that they are directly connected to what would be your shoulders. The collarbones, then the shoulders, and you see when the line stops being straight and it goes like this, that's when you start to do your neck. As you can see here, I tried, but I forgot. So they are a bit larger than they should be if we follow the anatomy, but that's no problem. That can be fixed later on with more practice. So what I'm planning on doing is, I do still have homework to do. I forgot. I have to do like a book about my mental health. So it's going to be hard since it's due tomorrow. It's fine. Oh, wait. There we go. So, in the meantime, I will tell you about my best friend. Her name is Maria. I met her on my first, no, on my second week of high school. She's my classmate, but since I was maybe too quiet on my first week, I didn't socialize with anyone right away. But then we got on a group project together, and I tried to be as friendly and talkative as I could to see if I could make more friends. So one day she asked me, "Hey, can I sit with you and eat lunch on recess?" And I said, "Yeah, sure." And that's how we started being friends. I do consider her as my best friend. It's nice to have her around. If I need help, she does help me, and if she needs help, I will help her too. I'm going to do my 1, 2. I'm still thinking if I leave my lip like that, or if I do a more round shape lip. You know what I mean? This one is the nose, this one is the lip. Let me see. Yeah, we're going to do a round lip. So it's like the half of a circle, and that's really the only thing it changes when it comes about drawing your lip like that. It might not look like a lip, but that's okay. Now I'm not sure if I want to do my eye a bit more like, yeah, that's nice. I feel like I did way too big for an eye on my face because my eyes are more almond shaped, not so doe eye. I might even do them symmetrical. Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm not doing that. So here I'm going to do the lashes that you can do as many as you want. I guess I only like doing a lot of lashes. That's why. We will follow the sketch a bit more just because. Oh, I got quiet, sorry. Uh, I feel like it's too weird, but like I cannot do anything about it. It's it's weird. You know what? I might as well cover it with more hair. Like, who needs an eye when you can just take it away? See, you cannot even notice it right now. Uh, just so it matches the both sides. I'm going to do the liner more thick on this part, so it looks more intentional and less like a mistake. Yeah, wait, there we go. As you can see, it's not as good as you might think. So if you can, please do leave me tutorials or something so I can improve my art. And I really like visual visual novels. How do you pronounce that? Visual wait, uh give me a minute. Visual novels. Okay, we are going to act like we did it correctly. Yeah, I like them. It's nice. I've always been into video games, so wait. There we go. I've always liked video games and stuff like that, so I feel like it's very nice. Visual novels, like you have options of what you want to do, and depending on your choice, it's what happens or the ending you get, and that's really nice. I want to do one of my own, but that is honestly way too much work for me right now. So I'm not going to do that. By the way, as you can see, I'm making my line art thicker on the outside, so it has more contrast, because I feel like it's too boring and I wanted to make it look more interesting so you don't feel like this was a waste of your time. I'm probably going to upload another video tomorrow, not about drawing, but because another project I need to do another one. And hold up, there we go. I'm not sure if you're familiar with those drawings that has more of a triangle shaped body, as in it's the shoulders over here, the neck, and this part. That's it. And everything else of the body is non-existent. The reason why, I have no idea, but in my own experience, I think like it's I just don't want to draw anything else of the body, so I avoid it by doing just that. Now I'm going to try and wait for it to dry out. And I want to do the stripes, but with color instead. So I will be erasing the things that I think that are already like dry. If you don't want to do sketch and line art, you can always just jump out to your line art, but I feel like it's way better so I can correct my mistakes better. Not sure if you can see it, but it's leaving marks after I erase everything. You can still see a bit of it. That's, I guess, not something I like about this type of notebooks. I'm aware they are for you to draw out, but still, let me see. This one was the first try, which now that I see, it was way cuter. Look, I even did my notes. This was my first try. I did my dress, my quinceañera dress. I was telling you about the fictional characters I like, which I have not done yet. So, long story short, I really like Malus Draconia. He's from a video game, a Disney video game. He's based off Maleficent. If you're asking, how do you even found that? Well, I have no idea. Anywho, I have a cat and I tried to draw a volleyball. I could not do it, so I just wrote it over here. I did a little snowman because I like winter. I tried to draw my pretty friend, best friend, Maria. And I tried to do my hair and everything. I even do my beauty marks. You just cannot see them very well. I draw a cat because I like cats. I was telling you that this was my English class project and that my favorite subject is English, that I like drawing. I love visual novels, that I like anime. One of them is Haikyuu, which is a volleyball anime. And there's a character over here, Sugawara. He is from Haikyuu and he's really nice. I like him. I was also rambling more about my interests and all. For example, I love pizza. Pizza is my favorite food ever. Ever since I was a child, I loved it. So as you can see, there's a clear difference on the art style. This one is more simpler if you look at it well compared to the other one. If I can, I will try and tell you how I did the other one, which is for references. I did some references. That's how I ended up doing that one. But nevertheless, what it's done. And honestly, I was just rambling way too much on that one, and I actually did my first try yesterday. But guess what? Yeah, I got it all wrong. Like, I forgot what I was about to say to you and everything, and the video was already like more than an hour long. I feel like an hour and a half. I'm aware it's about to be an hour on this one as well, but don't worry. If I can, I will cut some of the parts where I'm not doing much, or such as me erasing everything else. So here we have our clean sketch now. For the color, as I said, I want to start by doing the outer lines. So I grab my color over here, and then I start to follow my line art, the one in the outside, so you can see more of a color pop and you don't feel like it's so empty anymore, not so boring and everything. So it's like that. After I will try and do the stripes on my shirt. They are black stripes. So I'm still debating if I should do it with my pen or just grab a black color. Since I don't have one, I might have to do it with my pencil. So perhaps I will just do it with my pen instead, since it has black ink. There we go. Let's do the navy blue ones. So we have this color. It looks like black. It's blue, okay? I swear I'm not colorblind. It's blue. It's very... Where is it? Yeah, you can see the appeal. So we're going to do straight lines. I was doing them more curvy so they could follow the curviness of the chest and shoulders, because not everything is in 2D, but I feel like perhaps it would be better for the art style. So I'm just going to do them straight. I will leave a white space between them so I can do my black stripes. These ones I will do them more curvy, like that. I will follow a bit of what I think. I'm honestly not sure what I'm doing, so I'm going to try my best. There we go. I could just leave it like that, as in not doing the black stripes, but it does not look like me to start with, so perhaps I should. I'm going to use my pen. So for this, there's nothing really much into it. It's just doing some stripes around, and yeah, it's a very blue color palette, so it might contrast with I hope it contrasts with my dark brown hair. I'm a brunette, and I'm still not sure if I will be coloring my skin, since I usually just leave it white skin like this, since I don't have like too much colors actually, so I don't have enough colors to do my skin tone or things like that, so I just leave it on white. You know, I just got the sudden fear that if I get famous, people are going to see my first video on YouTube and I'm going to be ashamed of it. Where is my pen? There we go. I lost my pencil, but it's here now. Going to do my color. There we go. Now I will, before I forget, I will do, you know what, I want to start what I said, that half of the eyes when I drew them, they were like half black and half it's the color of your iris and all. Yeah, well, that's what I'm doing here. I did mention to you that I was going to do more stripes around, so it looks more better and less empty. See? I feel like that's okay. I will do some stripes over here so you can understand that there's more shadow over here, since it's more on my back than anything. I am planning also on doing some shadow below my arms because of my shirt. This one I'm just going to color it black. There we go. Since we did this one way too dark, we have to compensate for the art style. You know, I really want to do some lines around. For fancies only, obviously. And also because of the background thing. Yeah, that's better. I mean, I'm learning, but that's okay. I'm going to draw a bit of the other eyebrow just so it doesn't look so bad. Now, at this point, that's nice. I mean, if it was digital, it would look better, but that's okay. So right now, what I'm going to do is grab my only brown color pencil so I can color my hair and also my eyes. And with that, we are supposed to be done. I probably not going to put my signature on this because more than anything it's like not that good. So first I'm going to, this is my pencil, I'm going to draw colors, sorry, more hard like, where I put my shadows on my hair so you can see a bit more contrast than there was already there. It's here and over here. Yeah, so now I'm going to try and make it more soft, and I will follow the same pattern that I did over here for the lines on the outside of my line art, so it follows the same direction and it doesn't look so weird. That's something I do recommend you to do if you're drawing on traditional, or well, at least that's what I got taught. My teachers never really like when I draw just doing so weird, just coloring like that, no really a pattern or anything. So it's more like a habit now. So I do plan on doing some parts darker. Some strand of the hair is going to be darker than the others. Perhaps you cannot see the contrast too much, but it's there. Strand, strand, and strand, and then we color. You know, I do wanted to play some music while I did this artwork, but I can't. My AirPods are on low battery, so they wouldn't really last for all the time. So there we go. As you can see, that's nice. For the eyes, I'm going to use the same color, and I'm going to color that white part that we left. You can see there's not much contrast, so I'm going to color the lip too, just so it doesn't look so weird. So what I'm going to do is grab this. You use it when you want to erase your pen. You do this and it's gone. Like, you can still see it, but whatever, right? My plan is to try and do a little highlight on the eye without. There we go. That's nice. I want to put some pink around the cheeks so it doesn't look so pale, considering that I can't color my skin, so it's going to be very slightly, almost invisible. You can see it, not too much, but yeah, that should be it. As you can see, there's not much to say about it. It could have took way less to explain this, but that's okay. So this should be my final artwork. It could be better, but it's still mine. So with that, that leaves us to the end of the video. I'm going to flip the camera really quick just so I can say my goodbyes to you. Give me a second over here. There we go. Yeah, well, thank you so much for watching. It's really nice for you to stay all the way until the end. I'm really happy for it. And where do I put my phone at? You know what? I'm just going to hold it. Thank you so much. If you do want me to keep trying and make more videos for you like this, please do let me know. I would be very glad to do such things, and thank you for staying at the end. I really love you. If you can, please do subscribe and like my video. If not, that's okay. Since it's like, what time is it? It's almost 8 o'clock. So yeah, it's quite dark, and you can tell it's quite quiet. It's very quiet. The reason is because my mom, as I said, is sleeping, and I think my grandmother isn't here right now. So that's good. So there won't be too many sounds on the background, but still, thank you so much. I will see you on the next video. Thank you for supporting me, and I think that's it. Yeah, have a great day, night, everything. I love you. Bye. Bye. Thank you.